Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. I'm with Oculus Rift Reviews. Today we're going to review and play Trapper VR. Trapper VR is a game by PIT Creation, released on the Steam Store today, June 1st, 2019, on the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift. It normally retails for $14.99. It's on sale right now for $11.99. I got a free Steam key through the Steam Curator Connect program to review this game. Long story short, I did not have fun, and if I had paid for this game, I would definitely be asking for a refund. That's how little fun I had playing this game. This is not normally the type of game that I enjoy, so that might be part of it, but I also noticed several issues that I think would bring down the enjoyment for anyone playing this game. Now, the good news is I didn't notice any technical issues. In other words, there were no crashes. The game worked as intended, as far as I could tell. As far as playing the game experience was smooth, no issues at all. Now, the game overall I thought was very clunky, from the UI to the core gameplay. And the first thing that I noticed, and you'll notice from watching the video as well, is the cockpit view. Now you can choose one of 5 different vehicles, and they have different stats. You know, some will go faster, some have better defense, some are more powerful. But as far as the cockpit view, I couldn't tell you the difference between one from the other. I tried some different vehicles, and they all looked the same as far as I could tell from inside the cockpit. And it seems the scales are off. You know, this cockpit view that you have within the vehicle just doesn't look very good. It really brings down the immersion in VR when you have these types of scales that are just seem off, and just these low textures and these low effort as far as details being put into the view. You're just never immersed. It never feels like you're operating this vehicle. I did use an Xbox One controller to navigate, and yes, there is full locomotion and smooth turning with the Xbox controller. You can also use keyboard and mouse. I don't believe any motion controllers work for any system you might be trying this on, so it's gamepad or keyboard and mouse only. There are different looking environments. There are several maps. I did finish the tutorial. The tutorial actually took quite a while. I would say it took me a good maybe 30 minutes to finish the tutorial. The tutorial was kind of boring and kind of slow. I thought they could have shortened it to maybe just at 1/3 of the length it took, and you could have learned everything the tutorial wanted you to learn. And still, I had some questions about the gameplay that the tutorial just didn't get into at all. So I didn't learn that much from the tutorial, but I still had some questions on the gameplay once I actually started playing. Once you start the levels, and by the way, this is the first level after the tutorial, and I made 2 attempts. My whole gameplay was 1 hour. I would normally play longer, but I was just so bored that I just felt, you know what, a free Steam key is not enough for me to keep playing this game when I'm obviously not having fun, and this is kind of painful to play for me. It's, you know, it's just I'm just very bored playing it. You'd have to pay me $14.99 to play another hour, honestly. That's how little fun I was having this game. I just wanted to quit and do something else with my time. But yeah, even though the levels will have different environments as far as objects in the distance or the scenery in the distance, what you're seeing up front, you know, all these different blocks and the enemies are all the same. And again, scales seem off to me. Very low textures, very little detail being put into these cubes that you're looking at. So it's just not very pleasant to look at. And as far as the movement of these vehicles, it's very slow and plodding. I would like to see the vehicles actually go faster, and for them to be easier to control and easier to turn around and move. I thought that would have made the gameplay a lot more fun. Instead, it just feels like you're plodding along very slowly in these very tight quarters. And as you can see, I took some damage there, and I wasn't sure exactly why. In fact, the next time I take damage, I think I'm gonna die, and it's really hard to tell exactly why I took damage. And you'll see that in the gameplay that I thought I was behind cover, and I wasn't quite sure why I took that damage. It didn't really matter. I was glad it was over because I didn't want to play anymore. There is some strategy behind this gameplay. So there are different types of bombs you can use. There's not just the one type of bomb. There's actually special bombs you can use from landmines, and they have different effects. So there is some strategy to the gameplay, but it's just way too repetitive, and the map is just so big, especially this first level. And again, it's just tight quarters all around, and you get this claustrophobic feeling from playing this game, and it just goes on and on forever. The first time playing this level, I think took a good 20 minutes for me, and I just ran out of time and just said over, try again. So the second time around, I was actually going a lot faster than my first time around, because I was really cautious the first time around, not knowing that there was a time limit to play. I knew that you were being timed, I just didn't know that there was a finite time for you to finish this map. I think you're supposed to look for the golden orbs to proceed. Some levels had you destroying all the enemies, so I wasn't quite sure what the final objective here was, but it didn't matter. It was taking too long. I was killing all the enemies and trying to collect as many golden orbs as I could, but whatever it is, it was just too many of them, and it just felt like it was going on forever, too long. And just from looking at the tutorial, it doesn't seem like there's any new gameplay introduced. It seems like the next map would just be just like this, only maybe more enemies and stuff around. Here, I really couldn't tell why I took damage. I thought I was behind cover in a place where the bomb couldn't get to me. So yeah, I didn't have fun. I don't think this game is worth the $14.99, not even the sale price. It's just too clunky, it looks too ugly, the sounds are subpar as well. I give this a 3.5 out of 10. I'm Fast Lawyer, thank you for watching, have a wonderful day, goodbye.